Let's see if my computer can actually hold up. What's going on, everybody? Welcome on in to the live edition of the SFBLA. We are here to decide 4 different fates of divisions while we play games to determine the draft positioning. That's right. I am joined right now by Sam, of course, and Kendall. What's going on, guys? How we doing?
Hello. How's it going?
It's going great. It's going great. It's been a crazy busy week. How you doing?
So excited. Beyond words excited to be here with everybody.
No, it's amazing. And it was so funny watching everybody come in and then completely miss Scott, for the first part until everybody turned around, they realized that he was here. If you guys have a chance to check out some of this stuff after it comes out, the entertainment is through the roof. It was funny. Everybody was laughing. Great times were had. Of course, we do have Scott Fish here, who should be joining this segment in a little bit. I'm very excited about that. But we just talked about what we're going to be doing to compete for a draft slot. We're talking about bowling. We're talking about pinball. We've got, what else was there? Pool,
there was
of course.
Pool, darts.
Yeah.
So do you guys think that you might have an advantage one place or another?
Sam does.
Oh, I feel like I've got an advantage in the pool and the darts division just because my dad's British. So growing up with bar games is I've been playing since I was 5. Not to throw my parents in the bus, but I've been playing a lot of bar games my whole life. So I feel like I got an advantage there. I mean, maybe I'm not going to be good at the pinball, but I'm okay to dominate everything else.
Yeah, she looked at me. She was like, I'm locking in 1 through 4. I'm like, perfect. I'll catch the rest. I'll try and keep up with pool. Bowling maybe.
Yeah,
maybe it's one of those things that I can kind of lock in. But I'm just here to have fun. Sam's already told me, she's like, 1 through 4, I'm locking it in. I'm winning it all. I'm like, okay.
Of
I'm
course.
just here.
No,
so competitive.
It is going to be fun watching everybody, try to compete and actually get frustrated with certain games too, because certain people are super confident, like her, for example. She's going to end up bombing one completely.
Oh, I'm going to tank so bad.
The one thing Sam didn't want is going right in the middle. We talked about this on the car ride here, and she's like, I can't get a 6 spot. She's like, I'm gonna mail it in. I don't want it. And I'm like, nah, I don't know. Now, kind of like what you did. You talked a little smack. You got put in the tough league coming in. So we can discuss that, but you learn from your mistakes.
Let's please talk about that. How you're in the hardest league of the SFBLA draft. I want to hear your strategy, knowing you're up against some of the best competitors possible in our league.
Yeah.
So I decided on the SiriusXM show on Thursday night that I would go ahead and try to pin Bob Harris up against Michael Fabiano. Well, while doing that, I purposely tried to do it to Scott and let Scott know that they were kind of talking shit to each other and they need to be in the same division. So he decided to put me in the same division with them. Oh yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast.
You learn though. You live and you learn. And now, Sam and I, while we're sitting back, having a great time, we'll look over at you and you'll just be hunched over and just grabbing your head and just be
so many sweats. You're just going to be just all cringing.
You're going to get sniped all day.
Guys, you're already having me sweat as it is. Come on, cut this out, man. You guys got me shit. Look at this. I'm shaking.
We're making it worse. We're not making it better.
Here to do. We're getting in your mind.
I love it. If you guys have any questions in the chat, please do reach out. Make sure you go join us over there on youtube.com/TrophySmack. Once again, that's youtube.com/TrophySmack. We will actually be doing our second and third segments only on YouTube. Right now, we're on Twitter and YouTube. So make sure you go ahead over to TrophySmack or youtube.com/TrophySmack. Hit subscribe. Make sure you guys turn on the notifications so you do get alerts when we go live for this second and third segment. And bring those questions to the chat. I want to give a few shout outs real quick. We got Tilmer over here. I don't know how. Do you guys know how to say that name? Can you guys pronounce that?
No, but you're awesome.
Okay.
You're good.
All the consonants.
All right, we got Doug in the chat as well. And, of course, Jamie. What's going on, Jamie? So, do you guys have a strategy for this? I hope that nobody in here is watching. I don't think they are. So, it's just between you two. And you guys are actually in the same division together as well.
We're in the same division. This is my first time. So, this is my first time. Super excited. I'm glad that Sam is with me on that one because, or else I would have just been texting her on the side. But no, I've talked this whole week, and my strategy is to go in with no strategy and just I'll go with the flow, really. Because I feel like if you do too much and you prepare too much, which I tried not to do, I'll go in thinking I know everything that's going to happen, and then you don't. That's what the best piece of advice is you think you're going to know what's going to happen, and you don't. And you just don't want to get flustered. So I'm going to go in, have a good time, and hope it all works out in the end.
Yeah, I think especially with Scott Fishbowl, it's so unique compared to other leagues is you really have to feel out the way that everyone else is drafting because it's not like your traditional home league. You're drafting with the best of the best in terms of not just analysts, but like the fans that are in the leagues too are just crazy super fans. So they're bringing a lot of knowledge too, and you just have to go with the flow on the draft, especially the way quarterbacks are going off the board. It just throws everything out of whack. So every mock I'm seeing and every other thing's coming in, quarterbacks are flying rounds 1 and 2. So for me, I'm just like, we feel it out, we deal with who was there, and I know who I like, I know who I want to end up with. So we just keep that list in mind and just enjoy the draft.
So I did see that Marcus Mariota, for example, went 21st overall in somebody's draft. That's right, 21st overall. Do you guys have a surprise pick that y'all are planning to try and ambush the rest of your league and completely? I think that probably the tactic there was he wanted to confuse everybody and throw everybody
I bet
off
it worked.
their game.
I bet it worked.
I mean, that's the only thing that I can think of. But do you guys have a player that you might be reaching for? You don't have to tell me. You just
I
have
don't
to
know.
say.
I feel like this is a trap. No, I think I've got a couple players in mind that we like and that we talked about. I told Sam last night I had a nightmare that I fat-fingered. If we're drafting on sleeper, right? So I had a dream that I had the 101. I'm first overall pick, and I picked DeAndre Swift because I fat-fingered it. So, like, as long as that's not happening and I'm not doing – don't. What do you?
What's wrong with
it was
Swift?
it was first overall. First overall. You're going to be the one doing Marcus Mariota.
Maybe. I mean, I might be trying to
He's
throw
like
off Babs and Bob Harris. That might be my own
as long
chance
as
I
that's
get.
not happening, I'm good to go. Why? Who's your player?
Well,
We're
I mean,
not on the same
you
league?
named one of them. You named one of them.
First overall.
No,
I'll
not
give you
first overall.
$100.
So, all right, I'll tell you mine. Mine's got to be Kyler Murray at this point. Like,
Yeah.
Kyler Murray is somebody that I want to reach for. He has the most accurate deep ball attempts from last season. You know, didn't result to a lot of receptions because obviously you had a ton of drops, but he had the most accurate deep balls in 2021. And then you talk about Marquise Brown, his former college teammate coming to the team. Like, you could talk about an offensive explosion. So I actually really love Kyler Murray for this type of setup. And he's somebody that maybe not first overall, but, you know, he might be pushing it. He might be pushing it.
Yeah, but you reach to get your guy, and I think at the end of the day, that's another good piece of advice too. Just like if you have someone that you're high on, they're not too high for you to take where you want them, just to make the team that you want, that you're going to feel the most confident in. Because the last thing you want is to draft a team that you have questions about yourself. Like, you want to have confidence in your players. I will say the one chink in that armor though is he does have Marquise Brown. I know that Hopkins is going to be out a couple of weeks, but didn't Marquise Brown have a couple drops too?
Oh, he could not catch the deep ball. So
you're hoping
maybe
for
a little
less
more
drops?
touch. Maybe a little more touch.
Okay, just wondering. You just said less drops, and I was like, that doesn't sound like those two things go together.
All
One
right.
of these things is not like the other.
So what I'm going to do so I can keep people coming in and so I can keep the show going is, Kendall, I'm going to ask you to go grab some random person. Anyone that you want, I want you to tap, and I want you to say, we need to bring you on. And then as soon as somebody else pops up, I'm going to have you do the same thing.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
I know exactly who I'm going to go for.
Okay.
Who do you think is your biggest competition
My
coming up
biggest-
in your league?
Oh, in my league, I think Tommy Moe is my top competition because I talk a lot of smack with him on the side about other leagues, so he knows what I do and don't like already. So to have him in my league is just like, dang it! But
Where is Tommy?
I haven't seen him yet. But I'm definitely excited for him to get here.
Let's
But
do
yeah,
it.
he's definitely my biggest competition. Thanks for having us, Jason.
Of course, anytime. Thanks for coming in. Good luck.
I totally tapped you in.
Yep. All right, thank you. Of course, guys. Thank you. Oh, man, what's going on, man? I'm Chase.
I'm Ryan.
Nice to meet you, Ryan.
Nice to meet you, Chase.
So are you a fan? Are you...
I am a fan, yes.
Okay, very cool, man. So how did you get into the Scott Fish Bowl?
I was in the Scott Fish Bowl last year.
Okay.
That was my first year. Just kind of spent a couple years making friends with people in the fantasy football world, and got the invite last year. Super excited. Made the semifinals last year. So hoping to make it back again this year.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Daddy's home might have beat you to get into the finals.
Yeah.
And Mike, big shout out to Mike File. He's drafting over there in the Boston draft right now. So, how are you doing?
I'm good, man.
Are you
got
doing
here? Just bowled.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many total pins did you get?
29 total pins.
Oh, so
in
you
my
were
3 frames. So I got 8 points. I didn't get the perfect score.
Ooh, so close.
Yeah, I know.
Real quick, are you getting tapped in to come talk? Come on out, man. Come on out. Come on out. What's going on? So you guys are gonna have to be sharing the mic. Sorry about that. Didn't expect to have 2 people talking at the same time, but I figured that might work out the best.
Figure I'd wait a little bit. So
Absolutely. Just make sure that you guys are talking in front when it's your to talk. Yep. What's going on, man? What's your name?
my name. One beer already. It's already in. Darryl White.
Darryl White.
Yeah.
What's going on, Darryl? How you doing?
Doing good. This is very exciting. Haven't done a live draft in probably 15 years, so at least.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been a long time. So
Let's see if we can get you more in there. There we go. We're gonna have to squeeze together. We're all tight up here.
I put on deodorant, so it works out.
That works. So are you a fan? Are you an analyst?
So we a content creator, I guess you'd say. We do the Dynasty Drunks fantasy podcast.
Cool.
So yeah, so we finally got in. Me and my co-host actually the same year. He's in North Carolina, so he did Raleigh division. So
nice. So you still live in Raleigh?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I live in Virginia Beach now. I got flown out here to help out with the TrophySmack and everything like that. By the way, if you guys are tuning in on Twitter, make sure you guys head over to youtube.com/TrophySmack. Once again, that's youtube.com/TrophySmack. We will actually be doing a second and a third segment for this, of course, but it's only going to be on YouTube. So go to youtube.com/TrophySmack. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification button as well, so that way you get an alert when we do go live for the second and third segment. But back to you guys again.
I see you already got double the points in bowling right now, though, so I'm a little mad, but that's all right.
Yeah.
So real quick, for those who are just now tuning in, the way that we're running the points is we actually have 4 different style games. We have bowling, pinball, darts, and of course pool. You are assigned a certain number of points based on your score in each one, and you actually get to pick your draft slot. So let me ask you guys. Hopefully you're not in the same division, but is there a certain draft slot that you guys are hoping to get?
Yeah.
Which one?
I'm hoping to be 10 through 12. I really like, with that third round reversal, I really like being at the back end of the first.
Okay.
I was 7th last year with the third round reversal as well. And I liked that because it didn't really affect your draft much because you were in the middle. So if I'm in the middle or I'm in the back, I'm really happy. If I'm first, second, third, I'm going to be kind of bummed out.
Yeah, I hear that, man. That's a little tough. But see, the thing about the second round reversal or the third round reversal is the fact that you still get like back in the third, fourth round too. So maybe you can actually strengthen the roster there. I think that's what makes it, safe. Is you're a little bit disappointed because somebody that you hope will make it to you in the third round ends up going, of course, in the earlier third round. But I think that it's a little bit underrated as to where, if you do go in the first, you can still get value at the back end. I mean, Cooper Kupp could have been one of those guys last year that you took in the beginning of the fourth round. Jamar Chase could have been one of those guys, and they were league winners for a lot of people.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson was somebody that I took in the fourth round last year.
Yeah.
And, again, one of those league winner type players.
Yeah. So what about you? Which pick are you hoping to get?
Yeah, kind of about that 7, 8, 9 maybe. One part of the reversal, but also I don't want to have to take quarterback early. So I think if you're in the top 6, you should take one early based off points, right? But I don't want to be forced. I'm kind of a super flex hater, so and it's well known by my buddy and everything, but and league mates. But yeah, I'd rather just take maybe Jonathan Taylor and not seem like I'm reaching or Cup or something, and then maybe grab a quarterback in the second round or maybe even third. I'll take Davis Mills 4th, 5th if I have to. It's QB1. So.
Yeah. Oh man, so you're waiting real heavy.
Which division are you in?
I don't know. I think I'm in the pond. So
okay, that's me too.
All right.
We're talking strategy before the draft within the division.
I'm getting some
Davis Mills
tips.
at all.
I told them to go get you guys. So I was the one that actually went and told them. I was like, go get those 2 guys. No, I'm just kidding. I'm absolutely kidding.
This is looking good. All right.
I still have to do all mine. I haven't even started yet. I got to do this show, and then I got to somehow get it. I might not even get a draft slot
right away, so I was the first one up. So that was all the pressure. So
oh man, that's
took
tough
one for the team.
Yeah, you did. That was nice. We appreciated that.
I love that. So let's talk a little bit about like the charities and stuff. So did you guys pick the Fantasy Cares, or did you guys try to go with a different charity? Of course, we do have the Austin Eckler Foundation as well that we're supporting here. So is there any kind of charity that you guys support or that you guys were hoping to drive funds to?
Yeah, so when I made the Scott Fish Bowl, I was really excited, and I made a donation to a charity that is a cause that means a lot to me, is the Trevor Project. It's a place for kind of just at-risk LGBTQ community youth, a place that they can reach out to for support, help in really trying times, and kind of in our current climate, and there are a lot of trying times. So that's a support, or that's a charity that means a lot to me, and I try to put the word out for them when I can. So thank you for bringing that topic up. That's awesome.
Of course, man. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, coming here, I obviously want to support the who you guys are supporting. Obviously, this is the Eckler thing. That's definitely what I'm here for. But also LEVIN Friends, which is a no-kill shelter in San Diego that I volunteer at. So it's it's just a whole bunch of people giving up extra time to take care of dogs that are sitting in in boarding and stuff, waiting for forever home. So
I love that, man. Absolutely love that. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get you out of here in a second. I'm going to keep you around. I'm going to have you go pick somebody random in this whole entire place.
Awesome.
I want you to go pick somebody random and send them over to me.
That's the most fun thing I've been assigned to yet.
All right, awesome. I'm going to hand the mic off, man. Thanks for coming in. Of course, and good luck in your draft. Hopefully not too good of luck.
Especially we got to compete, right?
Of course, if you guys have any questions for our guests that are coming on the show, please make sure to put them in the comments. We cannot see comments from the Twitter sphere. You have to go onto YouTube, youtube.com/TrophySmack. Once again, that's youtube.com/TrophySmack in order to bring those questions to the show. Come join us, of course. I don't know if you guys can see in the background. We get a little bit of glare. Let me see if I can change that for a second. We got all sorts of people inside here. We got bowling available. We got, darts going on. We got pool going on. We got all sorts of fun stuff. Come on back in here real quick.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you feel like, any kind of game that you feel like super good about that you think gives you an advantage over anybody else?
I thought it was bowling, but that was really wrong. So my best guess now is pinball.
Pinball?
Yeah, I play a lot of video games, whatever. And darts never really been super good at. Pool never been super good at. So I'm going with the pinball at this point.
All right, man.
Hinge it all on that. So.
Well, good luck to you.
All right,
man.
Appreciate it.
Go on.
Let me go tag somebody else.
Tag somebody else out to come in. We have somebody new joining us as well. Sorry, you're good. What's going on, man? How you doing, bud? Come on in here.
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Can you actually do me a favor and bring that chair out there when you go? You can go through the other sliding door too. Yeah, so we have a little bit more space back here. What's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. What's your name?
Anthony.
Anthony. What's up, man? I'm Chase.
Nice to meet you.
Are you a fan or are you an analyst?
Fan.
Very cool.
Yes.
All right. So how did you get into the Scott Fishbowl, man?
I was listening to a podcast. They had an open spot. They said, "Hey, DM me if you want a spot," and I did it, and I got.
Dude, you got lucky then,
I know.
man. That was an easy way to get in.
I was shocked. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was great.
Man. That's awesome. Congratulations. Yeah. We have another guest joining us. Come on, slide in here. We got to get super close. Sorry if you're uncomfortable, but it's going to have to happen. Just to give you guys a heads up, you do have to talk into this side of the mic when you do, and we only have one of the mics. I didn't plan on having two people at a time, but I figured that works the best so we don't have dead air.
Right.
What's going on, man? What's your name?
Trent. My name's Trent Jackson.
Trent Jackson. You a fan or you an analyst?
I'm a fan that thinks he's an analyst. That would probably be the most accurate, I would say. Yeah.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
That's good. What divisions are you guys in?
I'm in the pond.
You're in the pond too?
Yeah, the pond.
Oh my God, you're the fourth person, including myself, from the pond. So
okay.
I'm going to try and ask you questions to get your strategy down so that way I can make sure I dominate you in the draft.
Kickers go fast, I heard.
That works. Somebody did actually take a kicker for charity in one of the leagues in the first round.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, like I said, they go fast.
They do. They go real fast.
Yeah.
All right, so real quick, do you have a player? Wait, which division are you in?
Pond.
You're in the pond
No,
too?
I'm
Oh
just
my
kidding.
God.
Coliseum.
I said the Coliseum. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool deal. So we can obviously hear from you because I'm pretty sure nobody inside is watching this podcast live, except for the fact that it's broadcasted to all. No, I'm just kidding. It's not broadcasted to all the TVs, of course.
Right.
Do you have a certain player that you might be reaching on? Like, for example, Marcus Mariota went 21st overall. Hunter Henry went 24th overall. Absolutely absurd picks, but I mean, based on how you feel. Is there a player that you feel like you might be reaching on a little bit earlier than anybody else?
Probably tight end. Maybe it's depending on where I draft from, because I know it's tight end premium. Possibly, it all depends on where I am, But I would like to get a tight end early.
Okay, cool. So one of the top 3, top 5 guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you hoping to stack one of those tight ends with one of your quarterbacks early, or are you going to go for the tight end first?
Probably I'd like to go quarterback first, but I looking to make get some sacks going.
I love that, man.
Yeah,
love that going.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you have a specific nothing that will, throw it out there so that I can snake you, or you can do that? It's up to you. But
well, this is my first time in Scotty Fishbowl, so I'm excited for that. So I'm not used to the whole quarterbacks going as early as they do. So I think everybody pretty much takes a quarterback in the first round, but tight end premium, I think I would go. It's gonna be hard to pass on Kelsey, I think, in this draft.
Sure.
If he can get to me in the second round, I think that's with the tight end premium. That's kind of a guy I want to go after. No more Tyreek Hill. I think,
dude,
I think you gotta get him.
And he's kind of valued way lower than what he was last year in the Scott Fishbowl.
Mm-hmm.
Last year in the Scott Fishbowl, we actually had him going like the 3rd overall, the 5th overall. Now I'm seeing him go late first round, so he might actually work out for you there.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get you out of here so that you can go finish off your games. If you could go tap one random person to come join me, we're going to do one more round of this, everybody. Then we're going to be hopping over to our second segment here in a little bit. Make sure you go to youtube.com/TrophySmack. Once again, that's youtube.com/TrophySmack. That way you can follow us on our second and third segment, of course. What's up? Oh, yeah, you can plug that in. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're pretty much flying by the seat of our pants right now. I do see some people saying, how's the dynamic working with the chat and all that. We're pretty much just flying with it. We have no real system in place outside of, hey, you go tap somebody on the shoulder and tell them they have to come on the show. All right.
It's a great system.
It is. It's an amazing system.
Yeah.
It just gets random people in here. We don't know who I have no idea who I'm going to end up with. I don't even have any questions. My sheet that I had with questions I put down because I had to announce the rules for all the games, which I did not expect to do. So, yeah, we're just going crazy out here at the SFBLA.
Don't overthink it.
No, you can't. You can't overthink it. Yeah. If you guys want to go check out some of this stuff over there on Twitter, of course, go over to hashtag SFBLA. Anytime that somebody posts something with the hashtag SFBLA, we actually have a TV back here that it throws it up on. So a lot of the stuff ends up back on there. A lot of people are taking pictures, posting with it. Make sure you guys go check that out over there on Twitter, hashtag SFBLA, and follow us on Twitter at TrophySmack. So with that being said, we obviously have a lot of charities involved. Is there a particular charity that you support, or were you going with Fantasy Cares? The Austin Eckler Foundation is actually our primary charity for this live draft.
I have the most experience with Fantasy Cares, probably, that I've heard the most of. So that's kind of what I was leaning towards, is probably Fantasy Cares. But what about the Austin Eckler one? What would you say about that one?
So Austin Eckler's foundation is actually pretty cool. The Austin Eckler Foundation, he's supporting youth and helping kids who might not have an equal opportunity to get there. So everything from like workout rooms for like the gyms, tennis shoes for kids that might not get a new pair every year, places around the community and across the nation, really, that help support kids achieve their dreams that they don't have that same opportunity that some of us actually do.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, that I will probably look into that one as well. But that's the first time I've heard of that is this. So I've kind of just been looking more into like Fantasy Cares because it's kind of the Scotty Fish way, right?
No, I love that. Scott Fish is actually here at the SFBLA. It's pretty crazy, man, watching everybody come in. And a lot of people didn't even recognize him sitting behind the bar chilling. And then I think a couple people did, and everybody's like, wait, that's Scott Fish. It was pretty crazy, man. I'm not going to lie. I was almost moved to tears by the excitement.
Yeah, did it surprise you too?
Me?
Yeah, you knew?
I knew.
Okay.
I'm behind the scenes a little bit, so I knew.
Yeah, you kept a secret from us.
I was actually the one that pitched the live draft here. So we weren't even going to have the live draft here. And I tapped Matt on the shoulder. I was like, Matt, we need to do the live draft. He needs some places to host it. He's like, I don't know if we'll be ready in time. I was like, Matt, you know how crazy it'll be?
It's a fantasy football draft. If you want to make it happen, you will make it happen. And you got to do a live draft. I'm not – live drafts are just better. It's like Christmas here. So, yeah. I drove 3.5 hours for this. So I was super excited.
That's awesome.
I had a baby last week. My wife, I had to come to this. So it's what you got to do. So
I absolutely love that. I don't think our guy picked somebody to come up and talk with us. So I'm actually going to have you go grab Major right here. Do you know Major?
I
don't. With the hat on right here.
Yeah, I'll get Major.
Get Major. Get Major in here. I haven't seen him in a minute.
All right. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, man. Once again, go check us over there. Go check us out over there at youtube.com/TrophySmack, youtube.com/TrophySmack. We will be having our second and third segment over there on YouTube only. We will not be on Twitter, so go check us out over there at youtube.com/TrophySmack. This is Chase Vernon. We are, of course, going live from the SFBLA. What's up, bud?
Hey, what's up?
Chilling. I was actually going to have you, or I was trying to grab Major over here.
Okay, he told me to come back in.
Oh, no, I think he got confused with somebody else. Oh, you're good, man. You're good. Okay. Let's see. You want to come? Let's go. Let's go. We got a new guest joining us. Of course, everybody's trying to get in their points for these games. What's going on, man? How are you?
What's going on? Doing well.
Chase Vernon, how are you?
Austin Artinger. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man. Make sure you're just talking to that side.
For sure.
You can have a seat if you want. You don't have to. But, of course, we are doing the SFBLA live draft and, of course, TrophySmack headquarters. What division are you in?
I'm in the pond division.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
We're getting everybody in the pond.
I'm
in the pond. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You're our
Very
fifth
nice.
person in the pond, so we have literally had half the pond here. It's pretty crazy, man. We named all of our divisions after local stadiums or, former stadiums as well.
Yeah.
So how did you get in the Scott Fish Bowl? Are you a fan? Are you an analyst? What's going on?
Yeah, so this year I guess I downgraded myself to fan, not to downgrade the fans out there. I used to do a podcast with my buddy Andrew, the AA football podcast, but we haven't done that since about 2019 or so.
Yeah.
I figured it was time to stop putting myself down as an analyst every year. But I've been in Scott Fish Bowl since, I played in the satellite leagues of SFB 480. But SFB 7 was my first one that I played in. So
Shit, man, you've been in it for a while.
Well, a little bit of a vet at this point. Back when it was like 480 people.
So obviously we're in the same division, so you don't want to give me too much. You don't want to give me too much. But do you have any kind of strategy that you're going into? Or you maybe waiting on quarterbacks, possibly depending on who falls? You want to target a tight end? You don't have to give me too much, but is there any kind of strategy you're following?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. Scott Fish Bowl is always funny because I draft best ball all year. I started drafting basically a week after Super Bowl. So I'm always in that mindset, and it's obviously a little bit different with the scoring settings and the rules and whatnot. I've done enough drafts at this point to just kind of go with the flow and see what everyone else is doing. I looked at Josh ADHD's fantasy app. Love that he does that every single year.
It's amazing.
Amazing app. So much data. So I've been kind of peeking around, seeing what people are doing. I know everyone always ignores wide receivers in these leagues. So picking up some elite wide receivers might be nice, but you got to leverage, the tight end premium, get a couple of those. You don't want to wait too long on quarterback, but I think in the past I've usually waited on quarterback a little bit.
Oh, that's awesome.
With that. So
yeah, that makes sense. So what have you done already? It looks like you got some scores written down. Which ones have you done?
Yeah, so I did bowling. 36 points max from the 3 frames we did. I got 27. Okay. So completely shanked my first shot. Playing on a little 2-lane bowling alley is kind of just weird, right?
Yeah, mess with your head a little bit.
Yeah, so I just completely was off on that first shot. But after that, nailed a strike, so basically got a spare. And then spare after that, and picked up 7 on the last frame. So
that's not bad, man.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
And then darts, I've literally, I don't think I've ever played darts. So I got 2 points there. Guess that's pretty much what everyone else has been doing for the most part.
Makes sense.
So pretty solid.
Absolutely love it. So when it comes to the charity aspect of this, we have the Austin Eckler Foundation that we're going to be doing from, here, everything that we're donating, any kind of purchase made are going to go towards the Austin Eckler Foundation. Yeah. So do you have a charity that you tend to gravitate towards, or a charity that you support, or is it more so just Fantasy Cares? Obviously with the Scott Fish Bowl being behind that.
Yeah, I mean, I know I've donated with Fantasy Cares and the Toys for Tots kind of thing in the past years. Chris Godwin, I know, has a foundation. I've got the old calculator number 12 jersey for Godwin,
14
pre-Brady. Yeah. So I know he's got a foundation I donated to in 2019. I think he was a big reason I won a couple of leagues there. So
love it.
Yeah. I forget exactly. I think it might be animals that he does. I'm not sure though.
That's cool, man.
Dogs. Yeah.
Either way, that is actually going to wrap it up for this segment. We're going to be going live again here in I don't even know, 15, 20 minutes or so on youtube.com/TrophySmack. Once again, that's youtube.com/TrophySmack. Make sure you guys go follow us over there on YouTube. We will not be going live to Twitter. Make sure you all hit the alert button, of course, so you get a notification when we do go live. I think I'm going to have to push it back a little bit because we are running a little bit behind. But yeah, go check us out, and we will see you guys here shortly. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Woo! End the broadcast.